Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. My name is Nadim Chaudhry. I'm the CEO of World Hydrogen Leaders. I'm very pleased to be able to introduce to you the World Hydrogen Week program this year. It's been a busy year in the hydrogen markets. There's been lots happening. We've seen the final, fruition of political and regulatory landscapes. So we're seeing some strong regulation shaping up. I guess we've gone through the phase of irrational exuberance and potentially heading down into the trough of disillusionment, where we can rise up to the sunnier uplit pastures of functioning and profitable and efficient hydrogen projects across the world. So we've seen a number of projects starting in I guess smaller scale. So we're seeing the beginning of applying clean hydrogen to clean up the hydrogen industry. So the existing uses of hydrogen and also the existing uses of ammonia, decarbonizing those facilities. So mainly local projects in the sense of the hydrogen being produced at the point of consumption. This is, I guess, to be expected because it takes out the rather complicated and tricky business of having to move hydrogen. Hydrogen is obviously volumetric and therefore costs a lot to move it. You either have to compress it. But I guess what has also been striking has been the sheer scale and ambition of some of the other projects. These are huge projects, gigawatt scale projects, where they're looking to create a massive amount of hydrogen where it's cheapest to do so. So the leading areas, I guess, around the world are those coastal diurnal plains, those coastal deserts where you can get strong solar during the day and strong wind at night. That's important, clearly. If you're locating huge electrolyzer plants, you want to run 24/7, 365 to get the lowest cost electricity for that period and run that continuous process of electrolysis and thereby produce the cheapest hydrogen, which then gives you enough headspace to move it into some of the energy thirsty markets where they're going to be able to outcompete and create a margin. Aside from that, we're also seeing ambitious plans and visions being drawn up for production of offshore wind, energy islands where we potentially see electrolysis occurring and harnessing specifically, obviously, the power of floating wind and offshore wind is interesting. But these are long-term projects, plans, but we're seeing the first phases of some of these big projects, phase one of 7 or 8 of what could be even indeed decadal projects going up into the multi-gigawatts. So a lot happening across different scales of hydrogen and across the globe. What is World Hydrogen Week? So World Hydrogen Week has been was first conceived 6 years ago. World Hydrogen Congress, as it was formerly known, is a high-end networking event. So it deals on the 3 I's of intelligence. So we have a huge agenda. We have over 300 thought leaders coming together to present on the multiple stages at World Hydrogen Week. We've got 5 different programs. We've got a World Hydrogen Derivatives Summit, which is actually sold out. We have the main sort of World Hydrogen Congress program, which has 6 tracks, lots of deep content, lots of well-prepared panel debates. We have the World Hydrogen Intelligence Day, which comprises of the master classes with some of the World Hydrogen leaders, faculty presenting what they present throughout the year. And we have a number of workshops also to round off the Intelligence Day. In addition, we have a great program called the Global Hydrogen Project Summit, looking at some of these projects that I previously spoke about. So a lot going on, a lot of content, and a lot of the content is intended to be interactive. So we're very keen to allow the audience to interact. We encourage use of Slido and encourage use of questions being used and sent in beforehand. We formulate the agenda heavily around prepared panels. We have an excellent panel of moderators who have done the role for several years. And then finally, it's about internetworking. So we're having a lot of dinners. We have a number of receptions. We have a lot of networking breaks. We have all of the food, all of the refreshments are all provided for everybody. So there's no latency in having to find restaurants, etc. So it's intended to provide an environment of senior people to allow them to understand the latest intelligence from the best minds in hydrogen, and to help them network and formulate new connections. The hydrogen industry is an incredibly long value chain, particularly if you start including midstream and derivatives. It's critical to bring the off-takers in, so we have a big focus on off-takers and getting them involved and having them attend the event. Who am I most looking forward to hearing from? Well, Niccolo de Blasio, who's a senior fellow from the Harvard Kennedy School. He's obviously a big picture guy, so he's been one of the keynotes. Looking forward to Michael Liebreich, who's coming back. We have a powerful presentation last year, which caused a lot of commentary. Looking forward to the vice presidents for hydrogen from Engie, from Equinor, from hearing again from Alicia Eastman on the great work that Interconnected Energy are doing. Some of the newer players like Marco Alvera from TESS and Fatemeh Rezazadeh from Varo Energy. Would be interesting. Obviously, Padmanathan, who got the first gigawatt scale project off the ground with Aker Power, and he's now working for new projects for Zero. There's obviously a whole plethora of speakers amongst the 300 odd. A number of the new off-takers are quite interesting. Some of the new steel companies, Kalyani Steel. There's the Mitsui, the shipping company, DHL, Aramco, Airbus. So yeah, there's a whole thing. So from a personal point of view, looking forward to Agustin Pichot, who is the head of Latin America for Fortescue, named because he's a former captain of the Argentina rugby team, and I'm a massive rugby fan. So they are the speakers I'm most looking forward to. So yeah, that's it. As I mentioned, it's going to be a tremendous event. We've got a lot of people coming. So the Hydrogen Summit, the Derivative Summit, sorry, is already sold out. So book your seats now to go into your place, and we look forward to welcoming you all come October the 9th in Rotterdam. So many thanks. Stay safe. Cheers. Bye-bye.